Welcome to this channel, my friends. This is Amit Pathak, your NLP coach, and today I'm going to talk about a topic close to everyone's heart: unlocking the marriage code and recognizing the 5 key milestones of a marriage relationship. Are you married? Yes? Since how long? If you have been married for several years now, do you feel that your partner is completely different from you, sometimes to the point of making you wonder, why am I married to this person? Ever wondered why divorces typically happen around year 1 to year 4 after a marriage typically? Now, whether yours was an arranged marriage or whether you dated each other for a while before tying the knot, nothing prepares a couple for the changes that are about to happen in their relationship once they choose to live together. Yes, post marriage, the couple is bound to go through a roller coaster ride with twists and turns as compared to how it used to be before the marriage. Now, since this topic is too important for me to cut corners, I will be sharing it in a multi-part series, each episode covering a critical phase of the marriage relationship evolution that swings the couple through twists and turns. So, if you are curious to understand why your spouse is not the same person you married to, then watch this series and hope you will get your explanations. Now, before I proceed, hold on. Let me clarify that this series is just one dimension of analyzing the couple relationship. There are several other dimensions we can explore. For example, why is it that one partner needs more physical touch whereas the other one is more emotional or intellectual oriented? What makes one partner enjoy reading or movies whereas the other one is more into sports and outdoor? Why is it that some couples end up being spiritually connected but no sexual intimacy, and some others are just friends but not lovers, and some end up living separate lives under the same roof? Hasn't that happened? There are answers to all these questions, but that can be covered in another series if you are interested. And how do you show your interest? Hey, if you want to show your interest and receive more such episodes, then make sure you click the bell icon, like, subscribe and comment on this video so I know that you are interested in knowing more. Anyways, coming back to our subject, according to Dr. Susan Campbell, who studied hundreds of couples over several decades, every relationship goes through 5 predictable stages, and each stage builds upon the previous one. So while you can control the duration of each stage through conscious efforts, you cannot ever bypass it. It's almost like playing a video game with increasing levels of difficulty, or going through a scary roller coaster ride until you reach the other side of blissful peace, or if you are not so lucky, you will probably get knocked off the game at some unfortunate point in time. Think of this video as a handy guidebook for relationship improvement. It will help you understand these 5 stages of a relationship and anticipate what to expect in each stage, figure ways to successfully navigate out of it before it knocks you out of the game. Are you ready? Let's start. So here is the first stage of the relationship evolution, the romance or addiction phase. Yes, this is also known as the addiction phase. The romance stage starts when we fall in love with someone. It can last anywhere from 2 months to up to 2 years, and then it ends just as quickly as it started. In the romance stage, we experience love in its most immature form called infatuation. Infatuation is actually foolish in that we can only see our partner's good side. We are in complete denial of their dark or unpleasant side. Everything about your partner at this stage seems incredible. Their smile, their hairstyle, their style of talking, their taste, interest, their dress sense, their inability to cook or do house chores, even their dislikes seem to be so enjoyable and nice. They feel attractive. As you think about your partner and go back to that time of romance and courtship, can you relate to what I just said? At the same time, it's not just you, but your partner also is seeing you through rose-tinted glasses. A useful way to understand the importance of the romance stage is to look at it through the lens of evolution. You see, nature needed a way to ensure that us humans would reproduce in a way that makes sure our species survives. So nature invented an emotion called love. The feeling of love encourages us to pair and bond. But not just with anyone. Nature makes sure that we fall in love with someone who would eventually turn out to be the most incompatible person in the entire universe. I know this is not sounding very romantic, isn't it? But I imagine you must be nodding your head right now as you recognize this truth too, right? Why would nature want us to fall in love with someone so incompatible? Ever wondered why? Well, because this same person usually has complementary traits and qualities to our own. For example, if we are more analytical, they are more nurturing. If we get very angry very fast, they could be calm and composed. If we don't know how to cook, they may be a foodie with great knowledge about cooking. If we love taking risks, they would be someone who are more cautious and careful. We think and plan all the time, then they would be someone who takes actions and delivers results and outcomes. Now you see what I mean? Nature makes sure that we fall in love with the person whose traits are compensating for our own weaknesses. Combined, the sum of our differences forms a unit more resilient than each of us are as individuals. Imagine you are an incredibly soft, risk-averse dreamer and your partner also happens to be exactly the same kind of a person. What would happen? More importantly, your offspring, your child will almost always end up inheriting exactly these very same qualities. Fast forward this a few generations and we would have a world full of people with similar traits, and that would be the end of our species, isn't it? A strong unit made up of complementary traits, on the other hand, is more likely to survive and ensure the continuation of our species. But of course, when we fell in love, we couldn't yet see all our partner's flaws. And how did nature ensure that? Nature ensured that by releasing chemicals in our body called love. Nature has to literally drug us. When you fall in love, your brain releases a cocktail of chemicals with fancy names like oxytocin, phenylethylamine, serotonin, dopamine, etc., etc. And all these chemicals are designed to set your heart thumping and get you sexually aroused. Both partners enjoy chatting all the time, often for hours and hours. There is a smile on the face all the time. There is a tendency to stay awake till wee hours in the night, sharing and caring, and incessant efforts from each partner to coax and persuade the other when there are tiffs and fights. In fact, The only difference between being in love and being addicted to any drug is that love is considered legal and morally acceptable. Just like getting high on drugs, falling in love allows you to see your new partner through beautiful rose-tinted glasses, only showing what makes you feel good and filtering out all the bad stuff. And your drug-induced haze forces you to only look at the similarities between you and hiding your partner's flaws. It also makes you say and do whatever is necessary to get along and please the other. In fact, dishonesty is the biggest trap of the romance stage. It's not that we lie, but more that we aren't completely truthful, because you know that telling your partner who you really are, the naked truth about your personality, might scare them off. So we keep parts of ourselves hidden and also keep appreciating parts of them that actually don't resonate with our own taste. We know that. And inevitably, the romance stage grinds to a halt when the drugs wear off. At this point, your brain stops producing those delicious love chemicals. You wake up one morning with what I call as the love hangover, laying next to the most incompatible person in the universe, scratching your head and thinking something is wrong in this relationship. That can take anywhere from 2 months to 2 years to happen. Most often, this happens when one of you will perceive some kind of a permanency in that relationship. Now, there are various ways to describe permanency. For example, when you are dating exclusively for a period of time, or moving in together, or meeting the parents, or getting pregnant, getting engaged, or getting married, or anything else that symbolizes permanence to you. And that's when typically the love phase stops. That's right. So now the question is, what should you do during this romance or addiction stage? Well, a part of me feels you should simply enjoy and feel good during this wonderful, blissful stage. Keep smiling and living in that dreamy world of happiness and fun. Let the positive hormones charge up your soul. However, to help you stay grounded, to see the potential pitfalls that your hazy, dreamy vision won't pick up, you can always seek second opinion about your partner's traits from friends, family members, or anyone you trust, preferably from someone who is unbiased for that person and who can give you a very practical and rational feedback. Now, what if that assessment happens to be correct? How would that impact your life in the longer run? It's okay to climb down once in a while from your dreamy world and assess these questions. Keep in mind that once the love portion wears off, probably faster than how it started, the relationship quickly slips off that smooth highway into an off-road dirt track where everything seems to hit the rock and bring pain and disappointments. We notice our partner's poor tastes about various things, their negative habits, their embarrassing behavior, and a nature that doesn't resonate with our personality. It makes you wonder, how could you have possibly liked such a person? If you are married or have been in a relationship for a while, perhaps you might have noticed this journey unfolding, and perhaps you might resonate with my narrative. And hey, if you wish to receive more such interesting videos, please like, share, and most importantly, write your comments to this video so I feel happy and encouraged to post more such content. In the next video of this series, I will take you through the next stage of this relationship journey, the most difficult phase to conquer. So, see you soon, friends, in the next episode of the 5 Shades of Relationship Evolution. See you soon.